am not doing that again! You are making a huge mistake! This is absolutely ridiculous!
Have you ever met someone who constantly corrects people, always thinks they know best, yet somehow gets everything wrong? Or worse, have you ever wondered if you might be that person? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of people who believe they're highly intelligent, but aren't. And trust me, what science has discovered will completely change how you see yourself and the people around you. Stay with me, because one of these signs might hit closer to home than you think. Let's start with the most powerful psychological concept behind this, the Dunning-Kruger effect. In 1999, psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger ran a fascinating experiment. They tested people on logic, grammar, and humor, then asked them to rate their own performance. The result? The least competent people massively overestimated their ability. Why? Because to recognize your own ignorance, you need the very skills you're lacking. Think about that for a second. The less you know about a subject, the more confident you feel, because you don't even know what you don't know. This is why the most dangerous person in the room is often the one with just enough knowledge to feel like an expert. So, what does this actually look like in real life? Here are 5 psychological signs of someone who thinks they're smart, but isn't. Sign number 1. They can't handle being wrong. Genuinely intelligent people update their beliefs when presented with new evidence. But people who think they're smart treat being wrong as a personal attack. They'll argue endlessly, deflect, or change the subject, because admitting a mistake threatens their entire self-image. Sign number 2. They oversimplify complex topics. Smart-sounding people love to say things like, "It's actually very simple," before giving a dangerously shallow explanation of something deeply complex. Real intelligence recognizes nuance. Fake intelligence hides behind confidence. Sign number 3. They name-drop ideas without understanding them. You've met this person. They throw around words like quantum physics, cognitive dissonance, or Nietzsche. But if you ask them to explain it, suddenly they're very busy. Using complex vocabulary isn't intelligence, it's performance. Sign number 4. They dismiss what they don't understand. Instead of saying, "I don't know," which takes real courage, they say, "That's stupid," or "That doesn't make sense." Psychologists call this intellectual defensiveness, using dismissal as a shield against feeling inferior. Sign number 5. They constantly need to prove they're the smartest person in the room. Truly intelligent people are comfortable letting others shine, but people with fragile intellectual egos constantly steer conversations back to themselves, interrupt with, "well, actually," and treat every discussion like a competition they need to win. Now here's where it gets really interesting, and honestly, a little sad. Most of these people aren't malicious. They're psychologically protecting themselves. Many developed this pattern in childhood. Perhaps they were praised for being the smart one in their family. So their entire identity became tied to intelligence. Now, as adults, appearing smart feels like survival. Admitting ignorance feels like losing who they are. Psychologists call this a fixed mindset, the belief that intelligence is something you either have or you don't. And ironically, this belief is itself a sign of lower cognitive flexibility, one of the true markers of real intelligence. So, what separates truly intelligent people from those who just think they are? 3 things: curiosity over ego, comfort with uncertainty, and the ability to say, "I don't know." The smartest people I've ever studied don't walk into rooms trying to prove anything. They walk in trying to learn something. So here's my challenge to you today. The next time you're in a conversation, ask yourself, am I trying to appear smart, or am I trying to understand? That one question could change everything. If this video made you think, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop in the comments, do you know someone like this? I'll see you in the next one.